You know that feeling. Calling your child's name and getting no response. Watching them line up toys instead of really playing. You've talked to the specialists, you've tried different therapies, and still, there's this feeling that no one is quite seeing the whole picture. That worry, that feeling of being unseen. It's just exhausting.
But what if we've been looking at this all wrong? What if the challenges you see, the speech delays, the meltdowns, the trouble connecting, what if those aren't the real problem? What if they're just symptoms of a foundation that was never fully built in the first place?
Okay, let's really dig into this idea. Because before a child can learn to speak, or figure out a puzzle, or handle their big feelings, they have to feel one thing above all else: safe. You see, development doesn't actually start with skills. It starts with that deep down sense of safety that only comes from connection.
And this is the key. It's not just a nice thought. It is a neurological fact. That relationship you have with your child, that warm, tuned in, back and forth dance you do, that is the literal scaffolding that their brain is built on.
So if we want to build that connection, we first have to understand the blueprint. We need to see how the brain actually grows, because any approach that works has to follow this biological order. It has to.
Now this is fascinating. The brain builds from the bottom up, kind of like a house. First comes the foundation, the brainstem or survival brain. It just needs to feel safe. Then you build the walls, the limbic system, our emotional brain. This is where connection and feelings live. And only when those two lower levels are calm and regulated can we get to the top floor, the prefrontal cortex, the thinking brain, where things like language and reason happen. You just can't put a roof on a house that doesn't have walls or a solid foundation.
And here's a really powerful way to see this happening in real time. It's called the nervous system ladder, and it's based on something called polyvagal theory. Just think of it like a traffic light. Green is our goal. That's when a child is calm, curious, and ready to connect and learn. Yellow is that anxious fight or flight state. And red, well, that's shut down, withdrawn, disconnected. Knowing what state your child is in tells you exactly what they need from you in that moment.
So this is so important. That meltdown, that refusal to listen, it's not defiance, it's defense. It isn't your child being difficult. It's their nervous system having a difficult time. Their body is literally just trying to protect them from a world that feels scary or overwhelming. And once you start to see their behavior as biology, everything changes.
So, if the foundation is all about safety and connection, how do we actually build it? Well, the answer isn't more drills or flashcards. The answer, backed by decades of science, is play. Play isn't just for fun. It is the brain's native language. It's how it learns everything.
I love this way of thinking about it. Play is the gym for the brain. It's where the brain lifts the weights of social cues, runs laps of emotional regulation, and stretches the muscles of creative problem solving. It is not optional. It is the essential work of childhood, wiring the brain for everything that comes later.
And look, it's not magic. There's a clear neurological pathway here. When you play together in a safe, joyful way, their nervous system gets this deep, unconscious signal of safety. That moves them into that green zone we talked about. Then, when you imitate each other, mirror neurons, the basis for empathy, start firing like crazy. Feel-good hormones like oxytocin kick in, making the whole experience rewarding and wiring it into their memory. It's this beautiful domino effect, where a simple game literally builds the brain for complex things like empathy and language. Okay, but if the science is so clear, why do so many of us parents feel so stuck? You feel like you're doing everything you're supposed to, but you're just spinning your wheels. Let's talk about why that happens, and then find a clear path out of it.
Does this look familiar? You've got the speech therapist, the OT, maybe a behaviorist, and it feels like none of them are talking to each other. You get conflicting advice, everyone's focused on fixing one little symptom, but nobody's looking at the root cause, that underlying nervous system. And you're left with no clear plan for what to do at home, feeling completely dependent on those half-hour appointments each week. This is the huge shift. The old way chases symptoms and puts you, the parent, on the sidelines. The NeuroPlay way goes straight for the root cause, building that foundation of safety from the bottom up. And here's the most important part. It doesn't see you as an observer. No, it sees you, the parent, as the single most powerful therapist in your child's entire world. And it does this through a totally integrated system. It's not just one piece of the puzzle. It all starts with regulation. And from there, it builds up through play, communication, cognitive skills, social skills, and finally, independence. Every single piece supports the others. We're looking at the whole child, not just one symptom.
So when you stop chasing symptoms and start building the foundation, when you move from that fragmented, confusing approach to an integrated one, a whole new world becomes possible. A child who looks you in the eye, who wants to share their world with you. A child who seeks you out for comfort and for joy. A parent who knows exactly what to do when things get tough. Who can trust their gut because it's guided by real science. A parent who feels empowered, not helpless. A home that's filled with more laughter and fewer meltdowns. A place where everyone's nervous system can just breathe. A home built on connection, not chaos. This isn't about some magic fix. It's about gaining a new, deeper understanding. Because when you finally see your child for who they are and understand what their brain and body are truly asking for, a whole new future becomes possible. And it all starts with just understanding.
Audio Jungle.